Hello, beautiful people. How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. I am looking for my live. I don't see it, but it should be here. It's not. Happy Sunday. I have decided that I'm going to pull out some tarot card decks and use some tarot card decks that I don't normally use. Wow, my hair is very curly today. Good Lord. We are using a deck that was gifted to me by my cousin. We're using the Star Tarot. It's quite beautiful. There is the actual star card. So we're using this, and then we are using the Luna Soul, which is the sun and the moon, or the sun and the stars. We're using this one, which is also very beautiful. So if you would like a tarot card reading today, my darlings, with these beautiful decks, please send a minimum donation of whatever I put in the description box, because I have no idea. And we will do it. Ooh, chicken pot pie. Who's doing that? Hello, Miss Elspeth. As good as it can be. I tell you what. When you put your clothes on and they're too tight, you do what you can for your mood. I don't know, man. Happy Sunday to you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I think that's all the sharing I have to do. How is everybody? What are you doing today? I have so much laundry I have to do, and I'm a little bit of a procrastinator with that today. It's just a basket of laundry, but still, I have to go to the laundromat. Hello, Miss Linda. Look at these beautiful cards I'm using today. They're gorgeous. Super pretty. My cousin gave me this deck of cards. She had bought it and it just didn't resonate with her. And I decided today, I'm like, let's see how it goes with this deck of cards. They're beautiful, gilded, golden gilded. Are you a skinny mini, Elspeth? Oh, made Polish kielbasa and sauerkraut, potatoes, carrot. Oh, Tammy, that sounds delicious. Hello, bud. My son told me I'm not allowed to call people names like that. You can't say someone's a skinny mini. Because I used to tell my son he was a lazy bones Jones for laying around all day. And apparently that's the source of a lot of childhood trauma. And I called him Lazy Bones Jones. So, max out at 90 pounds. My Lord, woman. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know it's hard for some people. My son was like that too. He couldn't put on a pound. So he started working out and he started gaining muscle. You would bring me some dinner? Oh, that's so sweet. Last night, Ash was kind enough to invite us to homemade chicken noodle soup, and it was yummy. Okay, Miss Linda. Where am I looking for that on PayPal? Linda. You lost a bunch of weight? I don't know what my problem is, honestly. I think it's ever since I had my hysterectomy, my body's going haywire. And it's not fun. So, okay, Miss Linda, let me get your cards. Look at these beautiful cards, y'all. Look at that's the world card. Look how gorgeous it is. Turtles, butterflies, just gorgeous. Okay, let's see what we got for Miss Linda. Try Unicati. What is that, bud? Elspeth. Oh, Elspeth. They're gorgeous. Let's see what these cards want to tell you today, Miss Linda. I'm going to write that down, bud. It's not drugs, is it? It's so simple, even you could do it. These cards are a little bit long, so I have to shuffle them a certain way. Ooh, look at that devil card. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Really beautiful. All right. What do we have for Miss Linda? What does Linda need to know today? There's one. Ace of Swords. Ooh. Unicity. Bud spelled it wrong. Okay. Unicity. I wrote it. I fixed it, Tammy. Elspeth, these are paid readings today, sweetheart. It's the first of the month, and I have so much money I have to make this week that I'm not even trying to think about it. But there it is. There, I see you. 5 of Swords, Ace of Swords, and 5 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Wands. Is that something I can buy over the counter, Tammy? That's okay, my darling. And the last card is the 10 of Cups in reverse. I don't like that being the last card. Let's see what that wants to. What is that in regards to? 10 of Cups in reverse. The Moon in reverse. Ah, disillusionment. Linda. Disillusionment. We're dealing with some disillusionment. Being underwater, feeling overwhelmed. Okay, that's the last 2 cards, but let's get back to the beginning. We're starting with the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords tells us it's time to be a little more open-minded. The universe is going to be giving you and gifting you a new way of thinking, okay? As far as how you deal with people, how you deal with matters of the heart, okay? You can see here there's a whole bunch of hearts all over the place, and they're getting stabbed by these swords. So this is how you are emotionally triggered, how you are triggered by people in your environment. So the universe is trying to show you that there's another way, that you don't have to continue the same cycle with people, pouring your energy into those around you. So this is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. This is what it looks like upright. So beautiful. But here we are in reverse, and the universe is telling you that, look, I love that I have these two cards right next to each other, and they both have this pretty kitty, this panther. Here he is. Look, I love that. First of all, that was in reverse. Okay, so then here you are with your Queen of Wands. I just want to show you all the cards before I start reading them. And then you have the 10 of Cups in reverse. And the Moon in reverse. So we need a new way of dealing with people, something that's not going to take our power away from us, something that's going to give you power, that's going to make you feel like you're in control of the situation. Because it feels like there's been some mismanagement of your emotions. And I don't feel like it was intentional, but I do feel like there's some kind of disillusionment here. Like you have been emotionally manipulated. Like your emotions have been triggered over and over again. This 5 of Swords, triggered. I don't like it. So here you are being triggered. The universe says there's another way. There's another way. We're going to show you. We're going to show you that you don't have to keep trying to deal with people in the same way. It always ends up with your feelings hurt. This is what it feels like to me. It's like it always ends up with you getting your feelings hurt, with you feeling disempowered, feeling vulnerable, even abused mentally. It creates a lot of unhappiness and resentment. And it's hard when we're in that state of emotional trigger. People, emotionally triggering us when we're in that state of mind, in that mental state. There's 4 different areas in your mind, and when you're triggered, you're in your first personality that you have ever took on in your life, which is your child, your inner child. So it's really hard to make empowered decisions when you're coming from that injured inner child. I have a card upside down. What is this? Oh, I don't know what that card means. Yep, the Emperor. So as a clarifier, I see here that it just feels to me like with this Emperor card, like the universe is trying to show you how to get back into control of yourself. It's coming out near the Queen of Wands. The Ace of Swords is like, hey, there's a new way to live. There's a new technique that you can use that you're not aware of. It's 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse means unhappiness, and lots of it. It's like feeling like you're incomplete, feeling like you're not living the life that you should, just being completely unhappy with the status quo and how things are. That's what that means. Hi, Don. I love the way people try to emotionally manipulate sometimes. It's like I don't know. It just feels to me like there's no, absolutely. Take back control. Well, the Emperor is telling you that you need to stand up for yourself, honestly. Whenever I get the Emperor card, I feel like this is like, it always reminds me of the sign of Aries, and it always reminds me of just fire signs that are very much in their element of control, I would say. It just feels like a very purposeful energy, and it feels like somebody who knows how to say no. That's the it's the easiest word to learn, the hardest word to utilize in the English language is like learning to say no. learning to recognize when people are trying to control you emotionally. Like, for example, let's just take this comment, for example. This person here watching on YouTube is trying to manipulate a reading. See, I've been thinking about getting into tarot cards. If you drew the Fool right now, what would that mean for me? See, that person probably already has a tarot card deck, and they just want somebody else's opinion on their reading. But anyway, it's a non-win. Should I face my accuser or let it go? I honestly, look, I feel like there needs to be a showdown at the OK Corral, first of all. I think you need to confront the person that makes you feel this way. Absolutely. Tell them, hey, this is how I feel whenever we have interactions, or this is what I believe you did to me, this hurt that you've caused to me. And, because of that, I don't want to have communication with you anymore, or I want to change, the status of our relationship, or I'm going to put some boundaries between you. And it's just a matter of what you feel is right for you, Linda. Hi, Miss Penny. Hi, Chandra. You look so beautiful last night. I've always been a big fan of the Roaring 20s, and I always loved, flappers and stuff in. And I think you just were spot on last night. You looked absolutely beautiful, and it just fits you so well. Like, it truly made me feel like somebody just pulled you right out of 1923. That's what it felt like to me. And it was amazing. Good for you. It was a lot of fun. It looked like a lot of fun. And I love that your husband did that with you too. That's so great. Tony says, this is for entertainment purposes only. God only knows the future of your life. You're right. God knows the future of your life. And I can tell you the future of your life would be pretty much set in stone if you always did what was in your best interest. Always. Hi, Carly. You felt that too? I'm telling you, Chandra, you looked amazing. And I just love that dress. Where did you get it? No, I just started a couple of minutes ago. People have not even been paying attention. I'm using a new deck, and it's new to me. It's not a new deck, but my cousin gave it to me several months ago, and I have not, the Star Tarot, and I haven't used it. It's got a huge box, dude. It's like bigger than my head, and I haven't used it, but they're gorgeous. 10 of Pentacles. Absolutely beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune. They're very vivid, and just beautiful cards. So, okie dokie. Well, that's quite all right, Miss or Mr. FN News. I understand. You can always Google what the Fool card means and take what resonates to you. Personally, I read cards intuitively. I tried really hard to learn tarot by description, or, I was never good at it. So being a medium and being able to channel messages from the divine, I just lay the cards out and I say whatever I feel. I have an extremely basic understanding of tarot. It's not, there's no university or program in the world that would give me a certificate of completion, because I was not able to memorize or learn specifically what they mean. It's extremely basic, like I said. So, okay, so we are doing tarot card readings by donation because I'm a poor white girl and I have lots of bills to pay, and my daughter's 12th birthday is coming up in just 3 days. And I would like to be able to give her the birthday party that she desires and that I promised her. So we're going to work. Welcome back, my dear. They aren't they, Peggy? Look at them. They're just gorgeous. I just love them. Okay. I'm going. I got you, darling. Do you have a question or just whatever comes through for you? Let's shuffle and find out. No, she's sitting on the couch just watching her phone. Ashley's kids all went to the park. She's been invited to the park several times, but I think she wants to stay away from the outside for a little while because it's making her very sick. You know. Just remember, everyone, I am very much aware when people try to manipulate me. So if you have a question, by all means, feel free to make a donation and I can give you an answer. I would like to know how to clear my connection more, feel more confident in the messages I receive, but I think that'll come out anyway if I say general. Okay. I know. I hope so too, Lana. Either way, she wants to go to the indoor water park that's in Rapid City. So I think that won't hurt her, being in an indoor water park. Probably air conditioned. How to clear Chandra's connection. What is clogging up Chandra's connection is really what we want to know. Oh, there goes that. Nine of Pentacles. What is clogging up Chandra's connection? Five of Swords. Ten of Wands. I think so too. All the bleach. Get a little bleach up your nose. If I could get her to do it without dying, I would have her do the neti pot because her sinuses are just so swelled up. She can't even breathe out of her nose, Six of Wands in reverse. And Four of Cups in reverse. Let's see what these cards want to tell me today. I feel like you're carrying, a lot of karmic pain. To me, it feels like that's what this is trying to tell me. Things from the past, not even the recent past. It's like repeating cycles, karmic cycles, family karmic cycles. And the reason I feel that way is interesting because this Ten of Wands, all I can see is this bear hovering over, this beautiful angel, and it reminds me so much of like ancestors. I don't know. It reminds me of the ancestors. And this Five of Swords is just emotional baggage, triggers, mental, which the mental is all the karmic generational patterns that we seem to be reincarnating with. You're starting with the Nine of Pentacles. So this is abundance, right? Nine of Pentacles always represents abundance. And again, this Black Panther reminds me of maternal energy. You're working on clearing karmic energy, so it makes sense already. Okay. And that's what it feels like to me. It's like there's a lot of karmic Eight of Swords in reverse. looking into the past is what I'm seeing here. Looking into the past. Six of Wands in reverse. I feel like there's a lot of energy in your family cycle of not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, having low self-esteem, and it all kind of feels like it's on your shoulders. This whole energy of been working on emotional regulation for a while, come from my mom's side. Yeah, it does. It comes from the maternal side. Here's what I'm seeing. And with this Six of Wands in reverse, the heart is upside down, right? It's surrounded by all these beautiful sunflowers of abundance. So it's a lot of unhappiness with this Four of Cups in reverse. All this emotion that's been spilled onto you and spilled forward through your family. Is your mom still alive? I almost feel, it's one of those situations where I would feel like I would want to talk to her. I feel like I would want to say, hey, tell me the story of your life. You know, um, I know I've carried a lot of my mom's generational karma. She's passed it on to me. I'm trying really hard not to pass it on to my own children. But the story the story of my mother's life it's just a very unhappy one, you know. And I realized the other day, I'm like, man, there hasn't been a lot of time in my life where I have truly felt happy. So I'm trying to change that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to change that, and I'm trying to change that for myself and for my daughter, for my children. She's still alive. Yeah. Um, and it's really hard because when you're young and you're taking on a lot of other people's burden, you never really get the opportunity to learn how to feel joy. I don't want to hear her story. I already have. Yes, I really want to clear this and not pass it on. Well, the interesting thing is with that, Chandra, I know when somebody tells me something, I pick up things that resonate with me. And my frequency and vibration is it fluctuates, it changes. And I feel like it has a lot to do with how receptive you are. And like if I'm feeling put out, or if I'm feeling like I'm not being heard by her and she wants to sit there and tell me her story, I'm just going to be like, you're a victim. I don't want to hear it. But if I'm feeling empathetic and compassionate and she tells me her story, then I'm going to feel her pain. You know what I mean? So I think it just depends on where you're at. Look. Is Danny Smith gone for you guys? What an idiot. What a dummy. Oh, I swear. I blocked them, so they should be gone. So, I mean, I can understand where you're upset about that, and you. Her name is Peggy Sue. I can understand where you don't want to hear her story because it's like sometimes they wear it like an excuse, you know. But if you can step away from it and put yourself in your heart space, you can maybe see and empathize and have some compassion for the things that people have gone through. It's really hard to do sometimes when you're so close to the situation, you know? Like my mom lost her mother when she was 7, and then she lost her father when she was 12. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't even imagine. I just can't even imagine losing both of your parents so young. just being completely set adrift, Yes, giving them the old boot, Elspeth. So, I mean, and one thing after another, and being stuck with horrible, distant family members, and being abused and neglected and mistreated, and just in every possible way. And then being in just one horrible, toxic relationship after another, you know, her whole life until she's got to the point where she's happy just to sit alone in her house all day, every day, and not associate with everyone, just totally cut off, you know. I did not always empathize with her when she had no empathy for me. But I can see how those things, can hurt you. My father, my father tried to kill my mom one time, my biological father. She woke up and he had wrapped wire around her neck and he was trying to kill her. She's a fighter though, my mom. She's a Leo. But it's very hard to empathize. So it's hard to empathize with people who wear their past like a shield. They wear it like clothing. This defined me as a person, right? But as I was able to see, my mother survived. My mother survived so much pain and heartache and turmoil in her life. And yeah, she didn't have parents there to raise her with love, so she learned her own way how to love. And that wasn't really the right way for me, but who am I to judge her for teaching herself anything? You know what I mean? She did the best she could, just like I did the best I could with my kids, with what I had. We're all just doing the best that we can, you know? If you're never taught how to read, don't be upset. Don't let someone judge you for not knowing how to spell. Do you know what I mean? Like it's we shouldn't cast judgment on people just because we can't put ourselves in their shoes. So, there. Tony, I have 3 children. 27, my daughter will be 25 on Christmas, and my youngest is 12. She'll be 12 in just a couple days. So I hope that helps you get some clarity on how to handle your own situation, because it feels like a lot has been passed on to you that, we might feel some type of way about that. And I understand that. But we can take that and maybe we'll be able to process it better than the ones that came before us who were not equipped. We know more as far as how to process our emotions, how to deal with how we feel. This is the age of enlightenment, right? Awesome. Heal your family, heal yourself is really how it goes. No, Tony, my oldest is a boy. I have 1 son and 2 daughters. My son is on a spiritual journey himself. My middle daughter has been married a little over a year. She's doing really well. And then my youngest is here with me. So who's next? Emma told me that I should get a job. Well, Linda, and see, I'm dealing with that with my son because when I was in my early 20s, I had my son when I was 19, and then I had Madeline when I was 21. And of course, coming from a very unhealed mom, I was unhealed myself. And like I said, I did not know how to deal with my emotions. I was never shown. And so I started to raise my children the exact same way that my mother raised me, which is yelling. When I got angry, I would yell. I would lose my temper, because that's how my mother raised me. But also, I knew that I did not want to raise them the same way that I was raised, because I felt a lot of lack in my childhood. I did not feel a loved, nurtured type of bond with my mother. That's not the way she was not very nurturing. So I tried really hard to be more nurturing and more loving and more demonstrative and more affectionate with my children, but I still had a little bit of a temper. Not that my children were bad. They were not bad. I mean, there was this one time. Oh, okay. So this one time, my daughter, Madeline, God love her to death, she was probably 2 or 3 years old. Now, mind you, my son's just 2 years older than her. I walked out the back door to hang some clothes on the line, and the windows were open because it was a beautiful summer day. And I wasn't out there. I hadn't hung 2 things up on the line. My son started crying. So I run in the house. What's wrong? What's wrong? My daughter, in the time that it took me to walk out the back door and hang 2 things on the line, had gone into a drawer, got a hammer, brought it into the bedroom, hit my son with the hammer, hit the dog with the hammer, and put the hammer back in the drawer. And I was like, what the fuck? Like Satan possessed her. Like, I honestly, like, what did the dog do to you? Like, what? It was just, I was upset because here's my son hit with a hammer and my poor dog hit with a hammer, just as quick as she could be, too. I'm like, I should have had you baptized, but I didn't believe in all that, because I was raised Catholic. I didn't believe in all of that. So I did not baptize and force a religion on my children. None of my children have been baptized. So anyways, that's one time where I was just like, oh my God, like, what's wrong with you? Kind of situation. They have their moments, but they're just babies. You know what I mean? Exactly what you're trying to fix and heal. Yes. Oh, what's your question, Tony? Ooh, piece of hair. So anyway, this is what we're doing. Yes. I do. It's like, what possessed you? Like, really, whatever possessed you? Well, and that's actually the point that I was trying to make. I had it turned very deep and conversation with my son. I told everyone about it a few days ago, where my son just sees that he had this absolutely horrible childhood because once in a while, and I'm telling you, it wasn't frequent at all, but once in a while I would yell and lose my cool. And really, it was only mainly when I was really, really young. By the time I got into my mid-20s, yeah, I wasn't really doing that anymore. So, but yeah, there was a lot of projection. And he told me how he felt and how crazy I was, and I can understand how a child would view it that way. You know what I mean? Like, here's your mom, super cool and just chill and sweet, and then she just loses her shit. So I can understand where a little kid would feel that way. So I can't really blame him for his perception of reality. Okay? Like, that's his perception of reality. That's not mine. I don't see it the same way, but of course this is my perception of reality comes from right here, and his perception of reality comes from him. So, I mean, you just have to accept that you're probably not going to see it the same way because you're not the same person. You know what I mean? Tony, if you would like a medical reading, those are $25. It is hurtful, and I understand that. I understand. I cried for hours after he said I was a witch and said I was a horrible mom because I yelled at them. Um, I spent the whole day just in a funk, and I stayed in bed, and I just allowed myself to feel that way. I understand that he feels, and I just want to share a message with you that my son sent me this morning. I haven't contacted him since that day. And I think it was Thursday, so it's been a few days. My son and I have always had a very difficult relationship, though. I love him to death. It's just really hard because we're so stubborn. Um, but I'm going to share a message that my son sent me this morning. He messaged me, and he was really excited about meeting his girlfriend's parents and the fact that they were very impressed with him. And I said, I'm happy for you, right? And we never made any resolution about our conversation last week because I took space. I was feeling very attacked. I was very triggered because my perception of their childhood is very different than his. So I was feeling very attacked and triggered. And so I said, I'm not doing this with you right now. I'm going to go be in my emotions, and I'm going to take some time to get back into my rational brain, because I was very triggered. So I took space. And so he messaged me this morning. He was so excited about meeting his girlfriend's parents and how much they just loved him and they were impressed with him. And I said, I'm happy for you. And that wasn't exactly the response that he wanted. He wanted me to go on. And I know that he did, but I was still kind of feeling standoffish. You know what I'm saying? So this is what he said after he says that. And I was just feeling still a little guarded, I would say. He said, sorry shit got so heavy last time we talked. ... I love the shit out of you no matter what happened in the past. All that shit I said was meant to express how much I love you now because of what all happened. I don't want you to feel like I judge you at your worst, because I judge you at your best, which I find to be a great mother and friend. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on Turkey Day and giving you a great big hug. So, even though we have our differences, my son realized that I did the best that I could with what I had. And maybe, Linda, maybe eventually your son will see that you did the best that you could with what you had. It might not be today, and it might not be tomorrow or next week, but I'm hopeful that eventually your son will get clarity and perspective and see, we don't set out to make our children miserable. We are just as unhealed as our parents were. In every generation, there's something different that we have to deal with, a different degree of unhealedness, you know? It's ivory soap. It is, but you know what? I was coming from a grown perspective of somebody who was bending over backwards trying to do it right. You know what I mean? I was trying to hold down a family and trying to, take care of the financial responsibilities and be a mother, a good mother, and still, trying to find myself and have a relationship. And so like I had a lot that I was trying to deal with. And he didn't see that because he was just a little kid playing with his toys. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm going to sit there and have a conversation with a 5-year-old talking about how much stress I'm under, because they have no conceptual idea of what stress is. Right? So, of course, it's going to be a different perspective. And I just hope someday when he has children of his own, that clicks for him and that he understands how stressful it is to be a parent. He still doesn't have any children of his own. That'll happen when it's supposed to, if it's supposed to. But when it does, I'm sure that things will start to make more sense for him. Right? So, absolutely it will. There. So, does anybody else want a tarot card reading? And Tony, to answer your question, you can make a donation through any of the 4 different ways in the description box of the video, and then I will connect to you at a soul level, and I will check and see what it is that is affecting you and making you feel not well. I'm a medical medium, a medical intuitive. Candy, the readings today, or Candace, I'm so sorry. Candace, the readings today are a minimum of $10 donation for tarot cards. You can donate anything over $10, and that just reflects on how many cards you get. There's 4 different ways to pay in the description box of the video. If you click on my face, a bunch of writing will come up, and it's right there in that description. Shows you the different links for my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo, and my Zelle. I like this deck, even though I haven't used it very much. I like it because it's a good size. I can hold it in my hands. The cardstock is nice and thick. It doesn't seem to fray the edges too much when you shuffle them. The artwork is nice. It looks like it's been colored with a crayon. Like, even though I don't know, it's really nice. I like this deck. It's cute. And like this is the 10. Yeah, this is the 10 of swords. Normally, you could see that this guy is just done. He is done. He's over it. Like, he's got wounds, but his wounds have healed, and he's ready to harvest these beautiful flowers. Like, he's so over it. He's done with this cycle. Do I use the Osha Zen? Is that what you're talking about? You talking about this one? I have that one too. I also have these that I don't connect with at all, that I tried. I even pulled these out today, and I just shuffled them and asked a question, and I wasn't feeling it. I have the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed, who I absolutely love her other decks, but I just don't resonate with this deck at all, the Good Tarot. So if somebody wants to buy that from me, I'd pay $25 for that. And then I also have the Hermetic Tarot, which has a lot of like symbols and stuff like that on it. I don't resonate with this deck either. And what did I pay for this? It doesn't even say. This is probably the second tarot deck that I ever bought. And I just don't resonate with it. Medical read I had the other night was spot on. I've taken some forward action, and I'm feeling better already. Yay! Even if it was just a little scary, your insight calmed my nerves and made the issue better. just with that. Oh, I'm so glad. Judy, that's wonderful. I'm the only one. I absolutely love this deck, and I bought it for personal use. Um, the reason that I don't use it is because I use it for myself, if that makes sense. So, and I also have this wonderful deck that I will show you that I really love, and it's really great for relationships, but I don't have people ever book readings with this, but it's the um, Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle. I love this deck. The artwork on it is absolutely gorgeous, but it's got really long descriptions for the cards that like you can ask yourself questions, and I don't know, it just gives you a lot of insight into where you're at as far as your relationship and shit goes. But um, you use it only with other people and not yourself. Well, the thing that I love about the Osha Zen deck is like the first of all, the artwork is gorgeous, right? It's absolutely beautiful. I truly love it. But another thing that I love about it, the readings that it has in the back of the book, I use, like I said, I use it for myself when I'm trying to get clarity on a personal situation. So that's the only reason I use this deck. And as you can see, it's sitting right here next to the desk. So I used it recently because I was trying to get clarity on a personal relationship. Hey, Inger, how are you doing? Sent to PayPal. A general for October. You get it. This... Okay, Tony. You got it, Miss Inger. Let's see what's happening for you in October. Tony, which app did you send it to? Tony? No, Linda, I don't feel like you will be harmed. Okay, but I what I would like to say, sometimes people need an intervention. Okay? So what I would like to say is perhaps it would be a good idea to make sure that other people are there when you confront him. Okay? You're fine? Tony, I haven't received it yet. Did you do the second page, the confirmation page? Because you put the amount in and then it goes to another page and it says confirm or send or something like that. So I haven't received it. So can you check your PayPal and see that it went through? Let me see what I have for Miss Beautiful Inger for the month of October. What's coming up for her? I grabbed the Star Tarot for you. These are absolutely gorgeous cards. We're going to see what's coming up for Inger for the month of October. One more. Coming up for Inger for the month of October. Queen of Swords. This is a woman who knows her own mind, somebody who has a plan for their life, somebody who is very capable. And the World. Ooh, girl. I tell you what, that's a beautiful combination. You have the Queen of Swords and the World card. How beautiful. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities coming your way in October. Six of Wands in reverse. I feel like it's going to be very humbling for you in a way. It almost feels like this is too good to be true type of a situation. King of Swords in reverse. And the Sun card in reverse. This is just so good. Like, it's all just so nice. Oh, my Lord. Oh, I got to show you this Sun card because it's so beautiful. Oh, my gosh. It's really gorgeous. Oh, okay, you have two queens. But these cards are so pretty. I just love it. So we're starting, like I said, with the Queen of Swords. Inger, this could represent you. Let me take this off so you can see it. You seem to be a nice person. Thank you, Tony. I try. Look at this Queen of Swords. She's beautiful. Look at her. She's like in charge of her mind. She knows what she's about. She knows what she wants in the world. She always has a plan. First of all, is I want to say that, and she doesn't put up with anybody's baloney. She's very thoughtful. She puts a lot of thought and energy into her world, and she makes sure that she's doing the right thing. Okay, and so the world. Okay, so first of all, you're in your element during the month of October. October is Libra season, and Libra is an air sign. Queen of Swords is air. Okay, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So this is all about the air signs. Yes, it does. How beautiful. It's all about the air signs for the month of October for you. It's all about being in control of your mind and using your controlled energy, using your thought process to plan and make advances in your life. Okay. So the world is at your feet. Look how gorgeous. Look at the beautiful turtles and the butterflies. And look, she's literally holding the world. Like, the angels, I swear. And they look, oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There is so much abundance, flourishing abundance being brought to you by the universe. And it's a lovely thing. The Six of Wands in reverse to me just feels like a very humble energy. Usually the Six of Wands is getting like public recognition and the stars are shining on you and you're just feeling on top of the world. However, with it being in reverse, I just feel like you feel very humbled. Okay. You are an Aquarius. Oh, well, this is wonderful. This is like a sister energy for you almost. The Knight of Swords in reverse coming out. I'm sorry, the King of Swords. Look at him. Look at that king. How gorgeous. How gorgeous. Coming out reversed underneath this Queen of Swords is telling me that perhaps during the month of October, you might be at odds with somebody mentally. You might be on a different page with somebody in your life. I don't know if your son is also an air sign, or perhaps you're just at odds in the month of October. But I do feel like, as far as like the universe is concerned, like I feel like there's some beautiful things coming in for you. All right. It feels like almost like a rebirth of some kind. It feels really beautiful to me. Then you have the sun. The sun, oh my gosh, look at that. So many sunflowers here. You have the Six of Wands in reverse and the sun are very similar. But because you can see, look, they both have sunflowers, sunflowers, sunflowers. This one has a big heart. This one has a small heart. That guy's riding on a horse. There's no horse in this picture. However, this card is just, it's making me feel like whatever issue this is, or whatever mental struggle you might be having with this person in your life, it's going to be very short-lived, because I feel like he's in Virginia. Oh, he is a virgin. Your son is a virgin? Inger, TMI, what did I say? Did I say something about your son having sex? I don't feel like I did. I just feel like you guys might be at odds this month coming up. There might be some kind of a situation maybe where you have a disagreement because you're not mentally on the same page and you don't want the same outcome in this situation. So it feels to me like either way, I feel like there's going to be a beautiful compromise here with this Sun card coming out in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. It's like, you're willing to bend a little bit. He's willing to bend a little bit so that you both get what you want and nobody feels a lack. Okay. There's an awful lot of yellow here, and yellow is all about courage. And so I feel like it's going to take a lot of mental courage for you this month to really kind of push through these little obstacles that the universe is throwing at you. All right, Virgo. Oh, he's a Virgin Virgo. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, but that's an earth sign. Um, it just feels to me like there's a lot of flourishing energy is when I want to say it's interesting because we're in fall right now. We're in autumn. And I know you're over in Europe or somewhere, right? You're over there somewhere. And I feel like you're probably going through the same, winter months. And it's interesting because there feels like a lot of flourishing energy happening over the month of October for you, but it feels like it's all about mental transformation. It's transforming your mind, transforming your perspective. Okay, Norway. Okay, I don't. It's over there somewhere, across the pond. I don't know where. I don't know where Norway is. I know it's over there somewhere, but I really should be better at geography. Huh. Anyways, I feel like there's going to be a lot of positive things coming for you. Europe. Yes. No. Spell check is nobody's friend, Elspeth. Spell check was created by the devil, I swear. Um, but anyways, that's what I have for you. There's going to be some few disruptions. I'm thinking maybe, perhaps, like I said, a mental disagreement or two different standpoints as far as where you're coming from with somebody. But I feel like there's going to be compromise. I don't feel like you're going to walk out of October feeling like you got your butt kicked by it. I don't feel that in any way, shape, or form. Considering you have the Sun card and the World card, it feels like such a good month for you. I'm excited for you, Miss Aquarius. Also, Saturn is coming out of retrograde and has been really messing with earth signs. It's in the description box, Cindy. If you click on the description, if you click on your phone or look for more or whatever, it'll show you. You're welcome. Hello, I'm overreacting, please. Okay. If you would like a reading today, the minimum donation is $10. And you can see there's 4 different ways to pay for your reading in the description box of the video. My daughter's birthday is in 3 days, and so I'm trying to save up for her birthday. So your donations will be going towards my daughter's celebration. Oh, look at this strength card. Look how pretty. Oh, I love it. That's gorgeous. 8 for strength, of course. Leo the lion. I love it. I love it. Okay. I guess Tony's donation never went through. It's so pretty. I just love this deck. I think I'm probably going to use it more often. Look at this 10 of Swords. Look at that 10 of Swords. How nice. You're a Leo? Well, congratulations. My first marriage was to a man, and we got married on 8/8. Isn't that interesting? That was way before I knew anything about spirituality and the importance of numbers. When I got married to Travis, we got married on 5/3, which is also an 8. Interesting. When did I get married to Zach? I feel like that was sometime in October, and I don't remember the day specifically. It might have been October 23rd or October 25th. Wouldn't it be interesting if it was October 25th? Because then that would be an 8 also. Well, I know if I ever get married again, which I seriously doubt it, I'm definitely not getting married on an 8-day. Definitely not. We're going to break that cycle for sure. Look at that pretty card. Woo! Well, I guess nobody else would like to get a reading. So I'm going to go pop over and can't find the link. Cindy, are you on a phone or a laptop or a tablet? Cindy, if you're on a phone, can you tap on the screen and it says Misty Lynn LaRiviere, the medium, and then there's some writing underneath about tarot cards. And if you scroll down, you'll see the link for PayPal. Sure. I'll put it in the comments. There you go. Ta-da. Hi, Carla. How are you today? Are you having a blessed day? I have a pimple. You know what that means? It means that Emma's going to get her period soon. That's what that means. Because I don't get my period anymore. Don't get my period anymore. Oops. Where is it? I'm going to try to pin it in the comments for you. Pin this comment. There you go. So there you go. I did the PayPal in the comments. So if you're interested in that, there it is. Dry throat. I'm only doing cards right now. Yep. That's right, Laura. Got it? Got it? Good. Why is my throat so dry? I don't know. Goodness. I'm working on it, Cindy. Sorry about that. Just trying to get this dry throat under control. All right, let's see what we got for Cindy. Still putting in the work? You do it, girl. What do we have for Miss Cindy Moreland? one more. Okay. All shuffled up. What do the cards want to tell Miss Cindy? Judgment. Ace of Swords in reverse. Justice. Ooh. Prince of Wands in reverse. And the Seven of Wands. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. Okay, Laura. I'll put you on the list. Okay, got you on the list, Laura. All right, Miss Cindy. What is going on here? I feel like this is interesting because these two cards pretty much mean the same thing. The Justice card and the Judgment card. Okay, and they're both in the upright position. So the Justice card also represents Libra. As you can see here, it does have the scales of justice on it. So this is staying in balance, doing what's right, keeping yourself in alignment. And the Judgment card is what the universe sees. Okay, so the universe sees that you're doing this, and it just feels like things might not have felt like they're exactly how they should be, but they are. Okay, and this is your perception of it. This Ace of Swords in reverse, right in the middle, is your perception of your reality. Okay, so it's like things might not have felt like they were going right, but they're exactly how they're supposed to be for the scales of justice to be balanced. Okay, and that's what the universe is saying. Like, even though you might not see it, you know, there's a rainbow ahead of you here. Like, everything is exactly as it should be. The world is in perfect order. It's a time for growth. Lovely. Okay, then you have your Prince of Wands in reverse. So this is like a knight, you know. So this is like Knight of Wands. Here's your Knight of Wands, Prince of Wands in reverse. Okay, coming out in reverse. And then you have the Seven of Wands. And the Eight of Pentacles. So these cards together are telling me that we might have felt like we haven't really had a lot of options. up to this point. Like it feels like you don't feel like things have worked out. You feel like you've gotten the shit end of the stick pretty much prior to now, and that things haven't been working out for you. But I do see you kind of doubling down moving forward. I feel like you're kind of going to be putting in more effort to get what you want out of life, to get what you want out of the situations that you find yourself in. It almost feels like you've been having to like try to run through mud, and the universe is washing away the dirt. So when you do try going forward, I feel like you'll be more successful with your ventures, more successful with the things that you put effort into. Okay, but you do have to put the effort, because the 7 of Wands with the 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles is always working hard for what you want. So it's always working hard for your inner peace, working hard for the desired outcome. You can't just sit and wait for life to happen to you. You have to put in the effort to seek what you want. Okay? And that's the message that I'm getting. Like, it might not have felt like things are working out for you, but truly they are. The universe takes things out of our life that does not have a purpose for us moving forward, whether we feel like they do or not. They see everything. The universe sees everything. It knows the purpose of everything. You can see through all the layers of reality. And if something is not serving you, if it's not going to create a better life for you, and you're not aware of it, just because you're not aware of it doesn't mean that it needs to be there, right? So things haven't worked out for a reason. But moving forward, it feels like things are going to get easier for you. And I'm not sure if you've recently cut ties with something that was maybe holding you down, holding you back, keeping you in a lower vibrational state. But I promised my dad I would take care of my mom, who has Alzheimer's and dementia, but I have got MS and in a wheelchair. I remember now. I remember who you are, Cindy. I'm sorry. It took me a minute, and thank you for refreshing my memory. Yeah, I mean, it's hard, especially when you have physical limitations, and, making these promises. We do the best that we can, right? We do the best that we can. If you don't have the energy to fix them, just tell them no, Penny. But I feel like here with this Prince of Wands, like you feel like your hands are tied, but I truly feel like if you put the effort in, that you will be rewarded, Cindy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? It's like, I believe like your dad is watching out for you and all, but you have to be able to admit if you can't do something. I know somebody who has MS, and they get monthly transfusions, and they work a very hard job still, but they're not in a wheelchair. So it's not the same. But I do know somebody that has MS. I hope that an opportunity for you to do what you promised to do. I hope that you get an opportunity to fulfill that vow in some way, so that you won't feel burdened by guilt. It's definitely not easy when our loved ones are afflicted with Alzheimer's or dementia. It's definitely not, on top of your own physical limitations. Hi, Christy. So next we're going to do Miss Laura. Laura sent a donation. Thank you so much, Laura. I'm shuffling here for you, Laura. I'm going to do 2 more shuffles this way, and then we'll start getting your cards. What do we have for Miss Laura? does Laura need to know? 1, 2, 3. You're welcome. I'm sorry to hear that, Cindy. I'm sure you did everything that you were capable of doing. The universe says it's happening exactly how it's supposed to, right? That's what the justice and the judgment card, like, right, you might be blaming yourself or feeling bad, but it's happened exactly how it's supposed to. Okay? Couple of 3s coming out here for you, interestingly enough, Laura. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Laura, are you here? Laura, Laura. Laura. Okay. We are starting with the 3 of Swords. As you may or may not know, the 3 of Swords represents betrayal and heartache, as you can tell by these swords that are all kind of stabbing her in the back. This is a betrayal of the heart. So this could be anybody in your life that has betrayed you and made you unhappy. Followed by the Moon card. Okay, this represents possibly situation happening around the full moon itself, or it could be something coming to terms with something, or something coming to light. So I feel like perhaps if it hasn't happened already, that perhaps over the, I don't know when the full moon is even happening, honestly. But perhaps over the next few weeks, there will be something coming to light as far as some type of feeling of betrayal or acknowledgement of betrayal against you. Okay. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is like feeling like you're stuck, feeling like you can't move forward, feeling like you can't move on or walk away from the situation. So I feel like your feelings are really tied up into this person. Okay. With this 8 of Cups, it feels like next to the Prince of Wands in reverse, it just feels like you don't feel like you can walk away from this situation, even though or maybe you don't feel like you can stay. But it feels to me like this is going to be some kind of betrayal coming to the surface, some kind of acknowledgement, feeling like you're stuck. Are you married, Laura? Or are under some kind of contract for your job? Like it could be a personal relationship. You are married. So it's feeling like you're stuck in this situation, feeling like you can't let go and walk away. The Sun card in reverse is still a positive card, even though it's in reverse. Okay. So I do feel like, even though you don't see what your options are at the moment with this Three of Wands in reverse, you're not sure. The Six of Cups is all about um, talking to each other, trying to find the good in the relationship, trying to look on the positive side, sharing your feelings. I do feel like this is kind of like a heart to heart situation, a heart to heart conversation that needs to happen in order to get to some kind of epiphany state. It's like, in order to figure out what to do, we really need to talk this out. We need to hash it. Okay. And so I'm not sure if this is about your relationship, or if this is about a work relationship, or maybe even a family relationship, but there's some kind of backstabbing or betrayal uh, that will come to the surface. Oh, Merrick, oh, congratulations. It's not easy. Good for you. So I'm not sure how this will resonate with you, but it feels like, and if it's not something coming up, it could be something in the past that you've been holding on to. You know, that you haven't been able to move forward because we haven't had this conversation. We haven't really gotten to the bottom of how it made me feel. Like we haven't discussed it. Maybe it was pushed under the rug. Thinking family, my sister and I and my mother are in a huge disagreement. Oh, and that's three people right there, isn't it? That's the three of you in a disagreement of the heart. So let me just Google real quick when the next full moon is, because I feel like over the next couple of weeks, I just want to say full moon. October 9th. So yeah, over the next couple of weeks, what are we at, the second today? Sometime over the next week or 2 weeks, I want to say. I really do feel like it'll be over the next 2 weeks. There needs to be a heart to heart conversation between the three of you. Okay. Well, you need to have some kind of conversation with them. Perhaps you might have to force it, but it feels like you want things to go back to the way they used to be when nobody's feelings were hurt. It feels like somebody's going to be reaching out, and I'm not sure if it's you or if it's your sister or your mother. I'm not really sure which one of you it's going to be, but I do feel like there's going to be some kind of communication for whatever reason. um, I hope, anyway, because I feel like this situation should be a temporary situation. It doesn't feel like something that should make or break a relationship. Okay. Just try to remember this Six of Cups, like try to remember the good times that you've had together. Okay. I've tried for over a year, just tired of doors being slammed in your face. Yeah, I understand that. Feeling very stuck, like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, not being able to change the situation, Prince of Wands, but also not being able to walk away. I understand that. Feeling like you've run out of options. I can tell you, Laura, something that is very powerful that works. I feel like it works, and I've seen that it works in the past. Whenever you have some kind of disagreement with something, the absolute best course of action that you can take is to just send them love. Send them love instead of wishing they would change. Just send them unconditional love. And they will feel that, and you will be brought to their mind, and they will feel better towards you. And maybe that's exactly what we need. We just need unconditional love in this situation, because it feels like feelings were hurt, and I just, maybe somebody needs an apology. I don't know. But I think that everybody should take accountability for where the relationship stands right now. Okay? Like, you can even open the door by saying, I'm sorry for something small, even if whatever happened wasn't your fault. If you could just take accountability for something that you've seen was your fault. You know what I'm saying? My sister took my mother to her house, and she's being very neglected. With a broken arm, and my mother still backs my sister. Well, Stockholm syndrome is real. It's rare, but it is real. And your mother, that's her child. So I don't know, hon. I don't really know. Two of Swords. Have you thought that perhaps your mother was not being neglected? I mean, is it possible that an accident happened? Is that possible? Because I have the Two of Swords here, which is telling me that you might be blind to an aspect of the situation, or not willing to accept something as the truth. Like your eyes can't see. I mean, perhaps it was an accident. Perhaps it was not necessarily like she's being neglected, but accidents do happen. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about saying, I'm sorry I jumped all over your case. I was just really scared for mom. It's true, right? You are worried about her. Like I said, sometimes just saying you're sorry for something small can open the door. Took my mother, stating she couldn't be alone, but then left my mother alone for 3 days with no check-in, and she was on the floor for 3 days with a broken arm. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that, Laura. That sounds terrible. I hope it gets squared away for you all. I hope it does. It's a sad state of affairs. Did she give you a reason why that happened? Did she tell you, you know, did your sister tell you anything? All I can do is document and wait for my mom to pass, then go after my sister. Like, what was the reason for it that your sister gave you? Did your sister tell you why she didn't check on her for 3 days? I mean, you can call Adult Protective Services if you think your mother's being neglected. Your sister went on vacation. It sounds like it was just a 3-day weekend or a weekend away. That's what it sounds like. But Adult Protective Services exists for a reason, and you can contact them if you feel like your mother is being abused or neglected. Well, I understand that, Laura, but they can also look for signs of neglect. You know, I'm sure that it's not the first person that's living with a family member that doesn't want their family member to get in trouble. My mom is blaming herself for the fall. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say here. Hi, Jim. How the heck are you? How are you, Jim McFarland? Long time no see. I swear it's been over a year since I've seen your name. What is going on with you? Tell me everything. I hope life is treating you kind. California? Why would you go there? Newsflash, Jim. Everybody moves out of California. I'm joking, Jim. I'm playing with you, obviously. How's your wife and kiddos? Tired of Arkansas shit. Yeah, I can imagine. So weird you can't see Jim's comments. Oh, I wonder why. You know, that happens to me sometimes too. No, he's on Facebook. See? It's on Facebook. Oh, Facebook. So then wouldn't it be your niece's responsibility and not your sister's? I'm just trying to look at it from different angles here, Laura. I don't know, because Chandra, when I'm watching other people's lives, I don't see all the comments. Like sometimes people are getting readings that I don't see, and it's nobody that I've ever seen before. It's nobody that I know, but for some reason they don't pop up on my screen. It's weird. You still palling around with Jim Andre? Yeah, isn't that strange how they pick and choose? They're all good. I thought last year I was going to speaking to you from other side. I spent a month in the hospital, 9 surgeries, almost died. Jim. That's very confusing, Laura. You were speaking to me from the other side? You thought you were going to be speaking. You thought you were going to die, in other words. I hear you. He's popped on here once or twice. I haven't really seen hide nor hair of him either. Chandra, I am the same way, but no, it's some kind of weird Facebook algorithm, truly. Because like you were doing a reading on somebody last night, Chandra, and like I couldn't see the comments, and then all of a sudden their name popped up, and I was like, oh, okay. You were almost died. Okay, that's what I thought you meant. I corrected myself. Well, I moved to South Dakota, Jim McFarland. I'm here with my daughter, Emma, and she's going to be 12 in just 3 short days, and I'm trying to drum up some money to give her a great birthday. I know, Facebook is crazy. You're welcome, Laura. Hello, Amor O'Reilly. Yes, I am doing well. How are you? It's beautiful. Have you ever driven through, Jim? Have you driven through? I know you used to drive a truck, right? You ever driven through South Dakota? I'm over in Sturgis. It's beautiful over here. Absolutely gorgeous. My dog messed up my bed. If you can see that there. My dog does not like my bed to be made ever. And I went across the hall to my friend's house because I live in an apartment. Went across the hall. You been all over? Yeah, the Badlands are pretty, but I wouldn't want to live there. But I really like this area. It's really nice. I don't know, something about it. It's just got a good vibe. Where are you living at in California, Jim? That yeah, they had the biker rally here in August, but I left town. I left town for that. Where to send funds for a reading? Oh, you can. There's 4 different Blythe. I've never heard of that. There he is. Yeah, there he is. It just sometimes, like when people haven't commented before, it takes a while. They have to keep commenting for Facebook to recognize them. There's 4 different ways to send in the description box, Jim. There's PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and Zelle. How's your wife? I haven't seen her in a minute. Everybody just disappeared. Gotta go get Tim from the field. Oh no. Jim Andre posted on Facebook that he was okay from the hurricane. Oh, good. I'm glad. Cynthia, I have no idea what that means. Cynthia Moon, I was choked on a sandwich and wondering if my cup helped. What does that mean? It feels like some kind of coded message. I don't know what that means. Oh, gosh. What does that mean? Can somebody give me the code so I can read that? What? Tim's all done for the day, huh? It's a late one. 5:53. My goodness. Your son. Your son. Okay, I still don't understand with your son. Chandra, come on, don't even tell me you know what that message means. If you do, please explain it to me, because saying sorry, son doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. I don't know what the code means. Cynthia, I'm really not laughing at you. It just doesn't make any sense. Misty just sent you $10 in UKGB money to help you. Thank you, Liz. I'm going to put you on my list and I'm going to give you a card. I got you, Jim. Jim, old buddy, old pal, you send me a friend request. I had to make a new profile because Facebook blocked me. They ditched my profile. They totally trashed it. They're doing good. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so happy. Okay, we're going to do Jim first because Jim commented first. We're going to see what we got for Jimbo. Spell check is nobody's friend. Oh my check is no one's friend. Spell check is from the devil, I swear. I swear. All right, let's see what we got for Jim here. How is Jim doing? What does Jim need to know? We're not laughing. Well, I mean, technically we are laughing at you, Cynthia, but it's just because we don't understand. And what you wrote looks funny. All right, we're starting with the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is having arguments with people. Could be arguing with yourself. Six of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Two of Cups in reverse. Fool in reverse. Three of Cups. Four of Wands. Nine of Wands in reverse. I will be back tomorrow night, y'all. That's very funny. I will be back tomorrow night to do all kinds of psychic readings tomorrow night. We will do medical scans. We will do messages from your loved ones and guides. We can do tarot cards if you wish. I really want to do some past life readings. I haven't done those in a while. And you know what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. Am I going to read the whole deck? I'm doing 10 cards, Jim. You said $20. Oh, Elspeth, I would. I would believe it. Will we move December with your son? I don't think so, Liz. I think it's going to be a little bit before that. Actually, okay? I don't think it'll be actually the month of December, okay? So if that's all you wanted to know, that's my immediate response was no, but I do feel it will be prior to December, probably the last week of November, or even like November 30th. I feel like it's going to be right before that. So technically, yes, but no specifically to the question of December. Okay? I know. Just messing with me. I see how you are. Why you been neglecting yourself, Jim? I can feel a lot of tension in your back. Jim? Yes, that's even better. It feels like the last week, sometime around Thanksgiving, a little bit after. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, so good luck with that. I wish you luck. You're getting old? Well, aren't we all, my friend? Okay, so we're starting with the Five of Swords. And like I said, this is having arguments. This could be having arguments about who's right and who's wrong and who gets credit for what. It's like trying to take credit for things, trying to take credit for good ideas, trying to take credit for the financial stability of the relationship. Now, here's an interesting thing here. I have next the Two of Cups in reverse with the Fool card in reverse. I feel like somebody's a little wiser than they used to be, and they're not a pawn to the game. Does that make sense anymore? I don't know. This Two of Cups in reverse feels like a broken connection with somebody or some kind of karmic relationship. So I feel like there's somebody in your life that triggers your ego and makes you want to be a better person, so to speak. Makes you want to be more responsible. This could even be your wife. Somebody that makes you want to be a better man is really what I'm feeling here. It feels like somebody is just, have a lovely birthday with your daughter. If I was richer, I'd send you more. Oh, Liz, you're so sweet. I tell you, you better get your pounds out of the bank and invest in silver, because man, they're tanking over there. Ever since the queen died, everything's going to shit. I tell you what, you disowned your brother. Okay, so your brother used to make you better. Okay, he like very competitive energy here, one-upsmanship, and it feels like you're wiser now, and that you don't fall into that kind of thing. It's almost like you're realizing, that you're good where you're at. You're good with the people that you're surrounded with, and it's interesting because I saw this symbol up here, and it reminded me of like a triskelion type thing, and like a brotherhood. And it's interesting you say that. And then we have the Four of Wands. This is all about balance and harmony in your life. Nine of Wands, no longer allowing people to trigger you. I just love this energy. Seven of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now, here's what I'm thinking here. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's almost like you're trying to figure out a way out of a situation. Like, have you been feeling bored? Have you been feeling empty? Have you been feeling stuck? Like stuck in a rut? And we are having King Charles printed on the money. Oh my goodness, Liz. Isn't it hilarious? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh at your monarchy, but isn't it hilarious? Can you imagine Mr. Tampax on the money? God Lord. Anywho. Down with the monarchy is what I say. Yep, I don't need all the drama. Yes, I have things I need to achieve. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing here with this Seven of Pentacles. It's like you're looking at your options and you're trying to figure out where you can grow, right? Where you can grow. Look at all of the flying horses, all the different colors. Like, what am I gonna manifest? Jim, do you have like a ham radio? I don't know why this is popping into my mind. Oh, she better not. I saw TikTok this morning, and it was like they were talking about how, people say it never pays to be a side piece, and then they pan over to Camilla as, the royal consort. And I'm just like, oh, that's rough. Oh, Jim, back to Jim. Okay, so Jim, I feel like you need to concentrate on your own journey right now. I think you need to start. No, not anymore. You have a CB. Okay, so because I'm hearing something about a radio. She's a horrible person, but anyway. Hi, Facebook user. Is that Sherry Putnam? Elspeth, Canadian money too. With that nose and profit, our bills will be 10% larger at least. Just to fit his whole face on there. Oh my god. Hi, Sandra D. Welcome. Oh man. I tell you, that's funny. I don't care who you are. That's hilarious. Okay, Jim. So I want you to concentrate on doing the things that bring you joy. If you do have the CB radio and you still use it, that would be cool. I feel like it's all about figuring out how to spend your future. Does that make sense to you? It's like you're in this place right now with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like you're going to be pushed. You're going to be propelled into a new direction as far as your life is concerned. And I don't know, it just feels like something you haven't really truly dug into in the past. It feels like a totally new avenue. And it almost feels like, you know, I don't have you ever been interested in woodworking or making things out of wood? Because I keep seeing a flash of this, like you doing something, like making something out of wood. I don't know what this is. I am very curious about it though. Jim, did you have a tooth pulled since I saw you last? I'm trying to get my health back so I can go back to trucking. Okay, first of all, when I met you years ago, you said the exact same thing to me, and that did not happen. So, um, perhaps we need to try a different avenue. Like I said, it doesn't feel like that's where you're headed. You're not a woodworker. Something about a pulled tooth. Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at it. Who do you know that's past that? It's like a missing tooth back here, and then they used to make wooden things with their hands. Like carvings out of wood or woodworking, wood burning, something like this. It almost feels like carvings. Hmm. Interesting. Liz Ann of London. I like the way that pops up on my. That's pretty neat. You don't have any teeth, Jim. Anyways, I have somebody popping in for you, and uh, it feels like a friend. It doesn't even feel like. I love how Facebook has screened what I'm seeing too. So Misty's doing readings for imaginary people. I'm doing a reading for Jim. This is for Jim. I'm talking to Jim. Elspeth. Well, maybe that's something that you would be good at. You just haven't, like I said, you've never really done it, and maybe it's something that you would be good at. You don't know. You might want to look into it. Okay. I might be back on later, y'all. I'm not sure yet, but I do have to go and get some dinner going for Emma. That sounds more like it to me, Jim. It sounds more like your friend Larry. And it just feels to me like he's making a suggestion to you about trying something new. Facebook sucks. I can't even like I get my videos blocked just talking to you guys with no music, with nothing happening. They mute half of my video and they'll say that it's what was the last thing they said was Big Brother Productions? Big Brother Live Productions, a made up thing in Facebook land. They just blocked my video a few days ago, and it's the same. I haven't been listening to music for months, years, even. Since they started all that right infringement stuff, I stopped listening to music while I was working. But yeah, man, it's crazy. And now they're blocking people. Oh man, that sucks. Well, can you see now? Diabetes will cause that to happen. I know, I know. I'm gonna have to get myself on Rumble. I don't really know how to do that. So I don't know how that works. That's just like pre-recorded videos, right? That's not live streams. But I am on YouTube. I am on YouTube, guys. I'm on YouTube under Misty the Medium. I have over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I just haven't really made it like my main bread and butter thing. I have 1.1 thousand subscribers. But I should probably do more with that. I don't know. I'm actually live streaming on YouTube right now. I do it on Facebook and YouTube. It's Misty the Medium. Here. This is it right here. Like, boop. This is me, Misty the Medium. Boop. This is me right here. So, you had to have cataracts removed from both eyes. Now I have 20/20 definitely. Jim, that's amazing. How wonderful. I am going to share my YouTube link. I don't actually know my YouTube link. So, but I am going to share it on my Facebook page so people can go and like and subscribe just in case something happens on Facebook. I don't want to get in trouble on Facebook. Anyway, yeah, no kidding. You know what? My vision's getting pretty bad too. I've got bifocals, so that's awesome. But I don't have cataracts or anything like that. I just have lazy eyes. Please go follow Misty there. You never know what fit. I'm telling you, you never know. Don't know how to do as many things on YouTube live where to find ways to pay information. Oh, well, that's this it. The way that it works on YouTube, when you click on a live video, there's a live chat. You have to actually close the live chat in order to pull the description box down. It's like a little arrow like that. So you have to exit out of the live chat and then read the description box or whatever, and then go back, click back into the live chat. It's complicated. That's why I just, I do it on both places at the same time. So, but anyways, I'm going to go feed my child. So, yay, you found me. Woo-hoo. I can't imagine, Jim. That must be amazing. Well, I hope it all works out for you. Don't be a stranger. I live stream almost every day or every other day. So like and follow the page so that you get notified when I go live. Misty, many light workers are having vision issues due to us being able to now see the new dimensions. It will improve. I'm sure it will. It's just, it started with being blurry, things being blurry up close, and now it's getting like blurry far away. Hi, Minecraft man. How are you? Like newborn babies have to learn how to use. True. Your older aunt had her cataracts fixed and said she aged 20 years when her vision cleared. Oh, that's crazy. That's weird. Yeah, that my YouTube is still there. It's Misty the Medium. My Facebook page name changed, but you found me and here I am. And you actually have to go to the Facebook page and you have to change the settings because it does not automatically show you my live videos. You have to actually go in and like change it from just regular to get notified because they block me. They don't want nobody to find me because I'm doing the Lord's work. Woohoo! Liz is on YouTube. Oh, that's wonderful. I will. I'm going to try and make some pork fried rice. Cataracts are God's gift to old women because you can't see wrinkles in the mirror. Well, I still look great. Even though I don't have cataracts, I see this. I see this here in the mirror. I try not to look too closely. Oh, there it is. Just kidding. Okay. Well, I'm going to go feed my child. I hope you all enjoyed the readings today, and I hope you see me again sometime. Many blessings.